Today we're going to talk about properties of multiplication. Like addition, multiplication also has some properties that you need to remember. First is the commutative property of multiplication. This property states that the order in which numbers are multiplied does not matter. This means that 3 times 4, which is 12, this is equivalent to 4 times 3, which is also equal to 12. 6 times 8, which is 48, this is equivalent to 8 times 6, which is also 48. This is the commutative property. An easy way to visualize this is by drawing a set of circles. Let's say here we have 3 circles, and let's draw it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns. This is equal to 12. And we can also show that 4 times 3 is equal to 12 as well. Here's 4, and we're going to draw a set of 4 circles 3 times. So we have 1, 2, 3 columns of 4. So this is also equal to 12. So this is how we can prove that 3 times 4 and 4 times 3 are equal to the same thing. Next is the associative property of multiplication. This basically states that where you put parentheses does not affect multiplication. So let's say 3 in parentheses times 4, that's 12. This is the same as 3 times 4 in parentheses, which is also the same as 3 in parentheses times 4 in parentheses. These are all the same thing. Let's try 3 numbers, for example. So 4 times 5 times 6. This is equal to 120. And 4 times 5 in parentheses times 6 is also equal to 120. And 4 times 5 times 6 in parentheses is equal to 120 as well. The next 2 properties are pretty easy to understand. The first one is the multiplication property of 0. This states that any number times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 123 times 0 is 0. It doesn't matter what you multiply. Anything times 0 is 0. Similarly, we have the multiplication property of 1. Any number times 1 is equivalent to that number. 4 times 1 is equal to 4. 3 times 1 is equal to 3. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. 562 times 1 equal to 562. 1 times 1082 is equal to 1082. Any number times 1 is equal to that number. The last property of multiplication is the distributive property. This is probably one of the most important properties that you need to learn because you'll be using it in mathematics for the rest of your life. Let's take 2 multiplied by, in parentheses, 3 plus 1. What is this equal to? Well, we'll have to distribute the 2 across whatever is in this parentheses. So this is how you can think of it. You're multiplying 2 by the first number in the parentheses, and then you're multiplying 2 by the second number in the parentheses. So let's multiply 2 by the first number. 2 times 3 is 6. We have 6. And then we're adding 2 times the second number. 2 times 1 is 2. And you'll have 8. So 2 times, in parentheses, 3 plus 1, this is equal to 8. This one's a little harder. Now we have a negative number, and we're using subtraction instead. So this is our first number. This is our second number. We take the number outside the parentheses and multiply it by the first number. Let's label this outside. So outside times the first. 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. and then plus 4 times negative 5, that would be negative 20. So we're going to put it in parentheses so that we don't confuse the plus and the minus sign. And 24 plus negative 20, that is negative 44. So that's our answer.